Now, founder and president of the African Center for Economic Transformation, Dr. Kingsley Yeboah Amoako, is advocating for the strengthening of institutions such as the National Development Planning Commission to propel Ghana's development. This, he says, will ensure consistency in implementation of development plans to transform the country. He was speaking at the second Mr. Arthur Economic Forum at the University of Ghana. There is more in the following report by Citi News' Daniel Sakite and read to you by Kweku Ediamansa.
The Kwesi Bekwei and Mr. Arthur Economic Forum was instituted by the KB and Mr. Arthur Foundation and the Economics Department of the University of Ghana in memory of former Vice President Kwesi and Mr. Arthur, who passed in 2018. The forum has served as a platform for discussing issues bordering on the economy. Delivering the keynote address at the second Mr. Arthur Economic Forum on the theme Economic Policy Making Ghana, Lessons Learned and the Way Forward, founder and president of the Africa Center for Economic Transformation, Dr. Kingsley Yeboah Amoako, observed that Ghana's economy has experienced rapid growth for the past 13 years but needed sustained long-term development. He added that the country's development has, however, been marred by lack of long-term consistent planning, which has stagnated the country's transformation.
Between 2000 and 2020, Ghana has experienced 13 years of rapid growth, including years of very rapid growth. But growth alone is not enough to sustain long-term development. Countries must transform their economies. Despite the strong growth rate, Ghana's economy has suffered from falling productivity in the manufacturing sector and high vulnerability to global markets and commodity price shocks. Its development has been marred by debt and energy crisis, large trade and fiscal imbalances, and a lack of long-term consistent planning. As a result, Ghana is not transforming.
Dr. Kingsley Yeboah Amoako thus called for consensus in decision-making in the next 25 years to ensure Ghana's economic transformation. To this end, he highlighted on the Ghana Compact, an initiative by the African Center for Economic Transformation to deepen stakeholder engagement in policy formulation through broader consensus building. He further called for changes to be made to the Constitution to empower institutions such as the National Development Planning Commission, an agency he believes holds the key to Ghana's long-term economic transformation.
The Constitution has served us well for 30 years, but it's also clear that there are certain things that need to change if we want to have the Ghana we want, the transformed Ghana we're talking about. And my frustration is that every day you hear people making speeches about the Constitution. We had Professor Tukuba is here. We have the Constitution Review Committee made report. A lot is there. We need to move to action and to tackle some of the key. For example, in terms of the role of the National Plan Demand Commission. I didn't say so, but when we're talking about the lessons, is that I said it's a partnership, consistency, but you need an agent somewhere that makes sure there's continuity. So the institution, NDPC. But when you see how the NDPC over the years has functioned and the constraint it faces, it's not been effective. And it's in the Constitution. Well, let's go back and say, how do we make the NDPC be the agent that we set a long-term vision, then you have 5-year development plans,